What I find also very interesting is how this ties into like the XRP price. When the precious metals market was moving, it made more sense that we're going to war. And this is because our debt is unsustainable and they need to print more money, which is going to, of course, debase the currency further, widen that wealth gap. And this is, again, why central banks all over the world are buying gold, because they are looking to position themselves and hedge against the imminent collapse of the US dollar's hegemony, not necessarily the US dollar. But the end game has always been to reset the gold price and digitize it onto a blockchain node for speed, transparency, scalability, environmentally friendly. So it's not hard to see what's going on here. What I find also very interesting is how this ties into like the XRP price. Many people, I think, don't understand still what it means if Ripple is building stablecoins too, and the digital asset XRP is designed to move that value. So that means that the digital asset was designed for infinite scalability. And that means there really is no limitation to its price later on down the road. Right. But as it becomes like universally adopted, and that's what we see happening, accepted, extensively used, which it will be eventually, at some point later on down the road, since it's riding on those rails, the protocol, which leverages XRP to move the value and set the rules for all transactions, it does at some point absorb all the money in the circulation. And therefore that improves its liquidity. And that's what naturally drives the price higher.
I have a great indicator that we are getting closer to some big changes and geopolitical tensions as well. Yes. Not only that central banks have been accumulating gold, well, they have been doing that for a long time. Gold is making new, despite today there was a correction, but it has been printing new all-time highs every week. What it indicates to me is that they already accumulated enough, because we know that they have been doing that silently behind the scenes, suppressing the price because they want to accumulate as low as possible. The point now is that it's going up. So the fact that it's going up, it means it's no longer being that suppressed, even though I think it's still a lot undervalued to what's going to be in the future, but is an indicator that there will be geopolitical tensions, and there will be also instability. And with that comes the necessity for a stablecoin backed by commodities, backed by gold or silver, for example. And that's some of the topics that I had the opportunity to discuss on the Paris Blockchain Week with people. Of course, I'm not allowed to say a lot about this, but I can tell you guys that there has been some involvement and some interest from Ripple in companies that are tokenizing gold on the XRP Ledger. That's all I can say. We cannot run away from a stablecoin. Just look at the dollar, just look at most fiat currencies, the infinite printing machines. That's why we have massive inflation, money is losing its value. And really comes to a point where to really reset the financial system, you need a stablecoin that is backed by tangible assets. And I think that that's going to happen in the next months. And the fact that gold is already going up, for me, it's a great indicator. It's a strategic move from Ripple, which comes on the perfect moment on time. And I don't think that's a coincidence. Evergrande liquidation is moving on. Tether, I think, has never been in such a weak place as now. In nearly 6 years, the CEO doesn't even come public to give an interview. They have been fined multiple times by the CTFC. So I really see that Tether could unfold as one of the worst black swan events that we have ever seen in crypto. And simultaneously, what a coincidence, Ripple comes with a perfect solution, which happens to be a stablecoin. And they already came with a stablecoin that is interoperable, which I think it's also great to highlight. That's going to be also on Ethereum, which is where most DeFi is sitting at the moment. But by talking to some people in Paris, it looks like they really want to expand this stablecoin to multiple blockchains. So definitely going to scale up. Just combine two booming topics, which is stablecoin and interoperability. And then you add on top of the equation that Tether is in a very weak position right now. And I think that's the great recipe for success in the XRP Ledger, especially with the AMMs right now playing out. It's live. People are using the technology. Everything is lining up for adoption. That's what I see. And I think that has been decided a long time ago.
Nicely put. When this black swan event does hit in the financial market, it will be whatever brings down the crypto market, like the .com bubble, but this time bigger. It will be because of Tether and Bitcoin together. They're going to prop up Bitcoin maybe to 100K. Who knows? It could go higher. But let's focus on the stablecoin narrative, because that is the title of the video. Stablecoins, I like to always start with the definition of a stablecoin. That way people, you have to reiterate it so they remember exactly what the goal is a digital asset, cryptocurrency, if you will, designed to maintain a steady value, so a stable value. And it's usually tied to external references like fiat currencies or commodities by definition. And that's what I really focus on. So The goal is to offer a less volatile alternative to popular cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, which is extremely volatile, making them suitable for everyday transactions. So the fact that Ripple is now in collaboration with payment providers, financial institutions, and central banks, that means we have confirmed it's integrating its Ripple protocol into the global payment system. So what I see happening now is they're building the narrative to build stable coins for various countries, and that aligns with the goal of bringing stability to currencies and liquidity. So Ripple entering the stablecoin market at this time against USDT and even Circle, that's a big power move. It signifies the big shift that we're about to see. And of course, we have issues with USDT. So slowly, I think the narrative will be, well, they'll put USDT on the spotlight, right? And that would slowly reveal other things, maybe even ETHgate and what's really going on with Bitcoin too. But this ties to the volatile US bond market. So they are looking for alternatives, reliable ones. But the news coming out at this time, it's not a coincidence, like Edo said. It just brings us a step closer to what we already know, that Ripple is going to be integrated into the core of the global financial system. And this is still an ongoing movement. More importantly, again, with stablecoins, it underscores the extreme inevitability of transitioning back into an asset-backed currency. And this, again, underscores why central banks are buying gold and increasing their investments in precious metals and commodities. It also explains the ongoing discussions about gold reevaluation at institutional level, including the Bank of International Settlements, to solidify this trajectory. So all of this is just unfolding